ABC 6 News 11 at 11 starts right now.
Right now on 11 at 11, a U.S. airstrike targeting a member of ISIS in Afghanistan. What we know so far. Plus, a high school in Fall River pushing back its first day of school, but it's not COVID related. What prompted this last minute change? And later, the man jailed for assassinating Bobby Kennedy has been granted parole. Tonight on 11:15, how the late senator's son helped him get one step closer to freedom. Now we'll get to those stories shortly, but first, following two breaking stories out of Afghanistan tonight, a U.S. airstrike killing one member of ISIS who was believed to be involved in planning the bombings in Kabul. This drone strike happened just before 10 o'clock our time, around 6 a.m. local time in Kabul. Right now, there's no known civilian deaths, and this is all coming 48 hours after the devastating suicide bombings outside the Kabul airport that killed 13 U.S. service members and as many as 169 Afghans. Now we're also learning one of the 13 U.S. service members killed in the attack at the Kabul airport was a Massachusetts native. According to a Facebook post by Joshua Alba, a member of the Lawrence School Committee, Sergeant Johanny Rosario was among the 13 service members killed 48 hours ago. The post says Rosario was a former Lawrence High School student. Back in May, she was honored by her unit. Here in Rhode Island, we're hearing from local veterans about the chaos and devastation unfolding in Afghanistan. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Olivia DeRocha. ABC 6 News reporter Amanda Pitts spoke with a veteran who did a tour of duty there for a year, but now feels like his service was for nothing.
Seeing all of this continuing after 20 years, I feel like we didn't really make that much of a difference.
Marlon Chang served in Afghanistan from 2008 to 2009 and left there feeling like he'd made an impact. But now,
I really feel kind of lost. I'm not really sure why I served over there. I'm not really sure why we've been at war for 20 years.
Yesterday's terrorist attack that left 13 American service members dead has amplified that feeling for him.
While I'm very proud of everything I did in my service, I also kind of feel a little bit lost. Like, what was that service?
Chang, who lives in Cranston, says his network of fellow veterans feel the same way. The VFW, which serves thousands of vets in Rhode Island, is now checking in on them.
We have been actively conducting buddy checks on all of our members to see how everyone is feeling. You do not need to go through this alone.
The commander of the Rhode Island VFW says she's heartbroken as the victims in the latest attack start being identified.
It's extremely emotional, and unfortunately now we are adding to the list of our Gold Star families.
And with the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks that started the war just 2 weeks away, Chang wants to send a message to Americans.
People don't need to be afraid. There are also terrorists out there who are trying to make us afraid, and to have the courage to keep living our lives and making the choices to be happy and not letting fear make our choices.
Amanda Pitts, ABC 6 News.
Let's change up the conversation and get a check on our forecast. Storm tracker meteorologist, I'm so sorry. You can tell I didn't have all my coffee today. Tim joins us live in the Weather Center. Tim, you're telling us there's some relief in the future.
There is, yeah. The good news is we are done with this heat wave. We are going to be a lot cooler with lower humidity as we head in toward your Saturday. But look at what we had for the last several days here. Hot and humid conditions the last 4 days. We started hitting 90 degrees or hotter at TF Green and Norwood back on Tuesday. That makes this now a 4-day heat wave for those locations. We started on Wednesday for New Bedford and Taunton. Both of those spots just missed 90 degrees back on Tuesday. So New Bedford and Taunton, this has been a 3-day heat wave. Westerly, yes, you've been warm and humid, but no days above 90 degrees there. So no official heat wave for that coastal location and other coastal locations. Temperatures right now still quite warm for this time of night. We have the mid and upper 70s for most of us, and the dew points are still high, but this will not last much longer. It is still very humid at the moment, but a cold front crossing the area tonight will lower that humidity as we go through the overnight hours. We are mainly clear overnight as well. Temperatures in the upper 60s. Tomorrow, once that cold front has moved through, we are a lot cooler and we are a lot less humid. Olivia, we're looking at highs in the 70s for tomorrow. Humidity does come back for part of the 7-day forecast, plus we're tracking some moisture later on in the week. We'll talk about that. Back over to you.
Sounds good, Tim. Thank you.